When Meghan Markle stepped out in the much-hyped Bleusalt $140 sleeveless turtleneck, the reaction was far from the polished, glamorous image she meticulously crafts. What should have been a subtle, stylish statement instead turned into a public relations nightmare, a glaring fail that echoed deeper issues surrounding Markle's complicated relationship with her own public persona. The incident, dubbed by critics as the uncircumcised look, was not just about fashion faux pas but rather a stark symbol of how Meghan's attempts to control her narrative frequently backfire, exposing insecurities and alienating even her staunchest supporters. Markle's fashion choices have always been under microscopic scrutiny, but this particular outfit ignited more than the usual buzz. The sleeveless turtleneck, a piece that should have epitomized sleek, modern sophistication, was criticized for its awkward fit and questionable styling, making Markle look disjointed and uncomfortable rather than chic. Social media was quick to pounce, and the label uncircumcised, a bizarre but biting jab referring to the awkward cut and fit, spread like wildfire, turning the narrative from admiration to ridicule. This was more than a wardrobe malfunction. It was a metaphor for Markle's ongoing battle with authenticity and acceptance in the public eye. Beyond the surface, this fashion mishap highlights Meghan Markle's deeper and more troubling problem: her apparent disconnect between her crafted image and the reality of public reception. She has long been accused of trying too hard, adopting a polished, almost artificial persona designed to win favor with the royal family, Hollywood elites, and fans alike. But this sleeveless turtleneck incident exposed the cracks in that facade. It revealed a woman who is struggling to find a balance between vulnerability and control, between genuine self-expression and the manufactured brand she insists on projecting. Critics argue that Markle's style choices, including this pricey Bleusalt piece, are less about personal taste and more about sending signals to the media, to the monarchy, and to her global audience. Yet, these signals often come across as tone-deaf or out of sync with reality. The turtleneck episode is a prime example. Rather than sparking fashion envy, it sparked a conversation about how Markle's expensive wardrobe often lacks the effortless charm that true style demands. Instead, her outfits can seem calculated, rigid, and sometimes downright unflattering, betraying a desperation to maintain relevance rather than celebrate genuine elegance. What makes this more than just a fashion critique is the pattern it reveals. Markle's public appearances increasingly feel like performances where every detail is meticulously orchestrated, from her outfits to her body language and even her choice of words. This hyper-control seems to backfire, creating a distance between her and the public she seeks to connect with. The sleeveless turtleneck failure was a rare moment when the mask slipped, revealing a hint of awkwardness and discomfort that fans rarely see. It's this dissonance that fuels much of the backlash against her. People sense something inauthentic beneath the polished exterior. Moreover, the price tag of $140 for a sleeveless turtleneck adds fuel to the fire in a time when many public figures are expected to demonstrate humility and relatability. Meghan Markle's choice to invest in such an item and then present it in a way that seemed so ill-fitting and poorly styled only fed the narrative that she is out of touch with the everyday realities of her audience. While some celebrities can pull off high-priced, avant-garde fashion, Markle's attempt was met with confusion and even disdain, a rare misstep that highlighted how her fashion risks don't always pay off. This uncircumcised look isn't just about a single piece of clothing. It's emblematic of Meghan Markle's ongoing struggle with identity and acceptance. She is caught between two worlds: the traditional, rigid expectations of royal life and the modern, rebellious persona she tries to embody. The sleeveless turtleneck was a visual representation of this tension, an outfit that was neither fully polished nor comfortably casual, reflecting her unsettled place in public consciousness. The backlash to the Bleusalt sleeveless turtleneck also exposes a deeper cultural resistance to Meghan Markle herself. While some argue that she is unfairly targeted because of her race and outspoken nature, others suggest that her repeated fashion missteps and public controversies are symptoms of a personality that refuses to adapt gracefully. This latest episode has rekindled debates about her suitability as a modern royal figure and the authenticity of her public image. In the end, Meghan Markle's Bleusalt $140 sleeveless turtleneck debacle was more than a fleeting fashion disaster. It was a candid glimpse into the complex persona behind the headlines. It exposed the fragility beneath her confident veneer and ignited fresh questions about how she navigates her public and private selves. For all her efforts to reinvent and control her narrative, moments like this remind us that authenticity can never be fully manufactured, and sometimes the clothes we wear reveal more than we intend. Absolutely. Here's the continuation, maintaining the same tone and insight. For all her efforts to reinvent and control her narrative, moments like this remind us that authenticity can never be fully manufactured, and sometimes the clothes we wear reveal more than we intend. Meghan Markle's fashion misstep with the Bleusalt sleeveless turtleneck underscores a fundamental truth about public figures. The public craves genuine connection, not polished facades. In trying to project an image of effortless sophistication, Markle inadvertently showcased a dissonance that few could ignore. This wasn't just about a poorly chosen outfit, it was a reflection of the broader challenges she faces balancing her desire to be seen as a relatable modern woman while simultaneously navigating the rigid, unforgiving expectations of royalty. Her choice of an expensive yet ill-fitting piece speaks volumes about the contradictions at play. It reveals a woman caught between worlds, striving to assert her independence and personal style, yet bound by the invisible chains of public scrutiny and inherited tradition. The uncomfortable fit and awkward styling of the turtleneck became a visual metaphor for her uneasy place in this complex narrative. Ultimately, this episode is a cautionary tale. Meghan's struggle to control her image through fashion and public appearances illustrates that authenticity resonates far more powerfully than perfection. When the mask slips, even for a moment, it reveals the true person beneath flaws, vulnerabilities, and all. And it's in those moments that the public's judgment becomes harshest, reminding us all that no amount of designer labels can substitute for genuine self-expression.